In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Cold Turkey Blocker. So the first thing you want to do is, of course, download it to your computer, and then once you do this, the first thing that's going to pop up once you open it for the first time is going to be this thing which says install extensions. So it says it requires you to install all of the browser extensions over here, because if you disable them or remove these extensions during a locked block, it will force close your browser until you re-enable them. Okay, so make sure you actually know this over here. This is very important. You'll have to actually install all these extensions by just clicking install over here, and it's just gonna basically let you install it on your computer. So once you've done that, let me just close this so I can show you how this works. This is the main dashboard of Cold Turkey Blocker, okay? So you have the dashboard, you have the blocks, you have statistics, and you have settings. Now, inside settings, there's a bunch of different things. You have the display and formatting, where you can change the app theme, you can change the first day of the week over here, you can select if you want to use the 24-hour time, or if you just want to use PM and AM, you can change the different functionality and the ease of using hints and startup options. So you can change all this if you want to, you can read through it and basically just set it the way you want it to be. This doesn't really matter. Then you have the block strictness. Over here, you can just select how much of a strict block you would like to have. So in here, you can basically put on or off different things. You can, of course, do that as well according to your preferences. So before you actually start using it, make sure you go through all of these settings. Make sure you go to preferences, through block strictness. Make sure you go through notifications. So if you want the notifications or if you do not want them, make sure you scroll through this and enable and disable whatever you want and whatever you do not want. When it comes to statistics, you can enable these or disable these in both incognito and both not incognito, which is basically not very important, so we can just do if you want to. And then it comes to password, which says please consider upgrading. This is not what we're going to be looking at right now. So then the first thing after you've set all your settings, you want to go to dashboard over here, where is going to basically the main things are going to be happening. So you will see you have your active blocks over here. So these are the blocks that are active. You have today's upcoming blocks, and you have a summary of today's blocks. Now, there's nothing in here because I just installed this so I can show you how to use it. And then if you want to add something, you can just start a new block. So if I click on start a new block, every single time it's going to take me to this part over here where the majority of things are going to be happening, okay? So you have blocks over here on the left, and as you can see up top, you have two different sections. You have website and app blocks, and then you also have device blocks, okay? So of course, you can block something on a specific device, and let me show you how this works, and I'll show you how this website and app block works as well. So let's first set a website and app block over here. Now we're gonna do either this over here, this plus button, or a new block, okay? So we can click whatever, and then basically you can just put in the website you would like to block, okay? So if you hover over this, it says enter the website URL you want to block, use this basically sign over here as a wildcard to represent any text, okay? So in here, you just wanna essentially type in whatever you'd like. So let me just try, and we're gonna try blocking google.com for this instance. So I just went ahead and pasted in the URL, and I'm gonna just click on add over here. And as you can see, this has now been added, and it's now started blocking google.com. So it says you have to select multiple entries by holding the control key. So if you want to do that, if you have multiple entries, so for example, let's say you want to block YouTube as well, there we go, add. You can just select these by holding down the control key, and then you can either export these, you can remove them, or you can just select and deselect them as you would like. So after you do this, you can of course import them as well in case there's something you want to import. And after you're done, you can click on the save as over here, and you can name this block. So we're gonna just name it tutorial, there we go. And then I'm gonna do save. And there we go, a new block has now been saved over here. As you can see, this is now the block. You can set it if you want to block it at all times, or you can just essentially select whenever you want to do it. So it says either according to the schedule or at all times. So if you want it according to a schedule, you will have to upgrade to the pro version of this Cold Turkey blocker. But with the free version, you're going to be blocking at all times. Let me save this. You can also set breaks, so if you want any different breaks over here, of course, this is the premium feature as well. So yeah, you can do it if you wanna, but you're gonna have to get the premium feature. And when it comes to all users, again, you can have it all users. And then over here, you're going to have to get the premium if you want to actually exclude some people or only allow this or apply to specific users. Now, once you've done this over here, you can then just turn this on or off. So right now it's on. As you can see, I have an extension error. I haven't installed it yet, but if you have installed it like they said at the beginning, once you installed it, everything is going to be perfectly fine, okay? You also have this auto start over here, which is basically going to auto start at a specific time of day, of course, if you have the premium feature, and then you can just save this and make it auto start at that specific time. Now, you can enable or disable this yourself as well, just like that. As you can see, it's very simple. If you want to edit anything in here, just click on tutorial or the name of your block, and then you can see what all you are blocking. So you have the website exceptions here as well. So it says you have to enter the URL yet again, and what this basically does is, if you want to allow, like, for example, some local PDFs, as you can see over here, in case you're working on something and you would like to still open PDFs on Google or on Chrome, it's gonna basically just allow you to do that despite you having blocked this specific URL. And then you have the apps, which is again a premium feature if you would like to basically just block apps as well. So let me close this without saving, and I'm gonna actually turn this off right here. Now, this is how you set this, and this is actually quite simple. So you can also click on this, you can import blocks from another installation, you can export blocks, delete disabled blocks, you can do anything you want. And then you have device blocks as well. So this one is actually quite interesting too. You can just create a new block, and then you can do lock. So as you can see, it says display the lock screen to affected users. If the lock screen is disabled, the user will be signed out. You can also sign out or shut down the device, or basically sign out all users. You can do that as well if you want to do that. I'm not going to do this at this current moment. Now, inside statistics over here, you'll be able to see all your time with active blocks, number of blocks triggered. You can filter it from different time periods, from different dates to different dates. You can refresh it and do whatever you want, and either export it to a CSV file, okay, which is a comma separated values file, and then you'll be able to view that in case you need it. So that's pretty much it. You can of course set statistics up here for block statistics, website and app statistics in case you have the premium version, and that's the basic usage, and that is actually how you use the Cold Turkey blocker. So I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please subscribe to the channel and help me out as well.